not fair. It should never have been that way, but it persists.
San Diego Unified School Board Vice President Richard Barrera says now grades will no longer represent a yearly average. Instead, they'll focus on whether a student ultimately masters the material. Also, teachers can no longer consider non-course material factors like turning assignments in on time and classroom behavior into a student's academic grade.
I think this reflects, a reality that our students have described to us, and it's a change that's a long time in coming.
One of those students is Zachary Patterson.
I know a lot of my friends and students all across our district are excited about this.
A school board student member and 11th grader at University City High School.
And especially in the time of COVID right now, we're seeing that the inequities in our communities are so strong. And it is not fair of us to put forth policies that only cater to the students that are able to meet these requirements. I know my friends are excited about the idea that, hey, maybe if I have something going on in my life at that moment and maybe I just can't turn in the assignment on time that singular day, well, next morning's going to be okay. When students do something wrong, we are, instead of looking to punish them harshly, we're looking to evaluate why this happened and then seek a way to move forward effectively. I think the word disciplinary solely really fails to emphasize what we're trying to do in a restorative practice. And the idea that a student cheating, for example, gets them a 0, ruins their grade for the semester, and really makes them unfocused on the ability to be successful in that class anymore, that's not productive. And that's not what we want to do. These ideas of zero tolerance policies are not restorative practices. And I would suggest that we look to find something else, either adding restorative and either replacing disciplinary to restorative action or putting restorative action and disciplinary action, one of those two. I think that would be a more effective way to move forward. As I said, in order to create the idea that we're going to work with this student to see why this happened and possibly even make a change so we can do better next time. Because we all need to be working as partners to help that student. We shouldn't just be focusing on the discipline.
Often the students who struggle the most during parts of the semester for a lot of different reasons are students of color. And so if we have a disproportionate number of students who are failing classes, and that's because, for a variety of circumstances, often out of the student's control, we end up failing that student when instead we should be encouraging that student, supporting them, and getting them to the point that they master the material. That has disproportionate effects on students of color. And so part of our effort to combat racism is to recognize that this practice of holding it against somebody if they struggle for a part of the semester, rather than giving them a second chance to show that they can master the material, is part of combating racism.